Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Twizzlers. Long day, late night, feeling a little bored? Twizzlers is the ultimate sidekick for any moment of the day, no matter what kind of day you're having. The perfect level of sweet and a fun excuse to sit back and relax. Unwind with Twizzlers. To buy now, visit Hersheyland.com/Twizzlers.
From the Gator Framework Studio in Music City, it's the Dining at Disney podcast.
You know the thing about good food? It brings folks together, all walks of life.
You'll discover all the best restaurants and food as you hungrily explore the Disney parks.
Let's do this thing!
The Dining at Disney podcast. Welcome to yet another edition of Dining at Disney podcast. I am not Kristen. I am her other half, Aljon. Notice I didn't say better half. Aljon Go here at the helm. And of course, we love Disney food and the Disney parks. But of course, I also have a super big love for all things Star Wars and Marvel and pop culture. And I am a fellow podcaster, a part of the Disney podcast fam, if you will, the community at large. And not only am I sitting here at the helm, but I'm joined for the most part always by our lovely and talented Kat. Hello, Kat.
Hello, I'm Kat. Experiential producer, film historian, hoping to be a Merc with a mouth this weekend.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. If you haven't already, please make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. We have a lot of news to cover, but how are you? I wasn't here last week, so...
We are good. Everything is good here. Everything is fine. So last week we had the meltdown of computers. Maybe you
Oh boy, yes.
So Kristen, we had to get new computers for myself and Kristen. Yes, 2 computers went down. We had our home computer go down and our laptop go down.
When you guys do a thing, you really do it.
It's funny how that works out. I mean, earlier this year, she had a car wreck. The whole family was involved. No one got hurt, luckily, but the car was totaled. And then a week after we picked up her car, after several weeks, we ended up getting to a wreck. And then we both had to get new cars within weeks of each other. So there you go. So not only the 2 new cars, but now 2 new computers as well. So
Oh boy.
yeah. So I tell you what, though, we are looking forward. We get to see Lisa Loeb this Friday. I have date night.
Ooh.
So Kristen and I are going to go to the City Winery and see Lisa Loeb. I've loved Lisa Loeb's music ever since she came out with Stay back in the 90s and followed her career. I ended up meeting Lisa about 10 years ago at an event we did for my company.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the sweetest. She gave me a hug, told her how much of a fanboy I was. I hate to do that because, you're really not supposed to do that. But you know what? When else am I going to meet her? So I said, by the way, you're awesome. Love your music. And she's like, oh, thank you. Give me a hug, blah, blah, blah. And it was just a really cool thing because she was hanging out with the guys from Everclear. I'm also a huge fan of Art Alexakis and Everclear.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was the 2 of them backstage at an event that I happened to be at. And there's a picture floating around somewhere of us, but I've never been able to see it.
Ugh, I love it.
It's so cool.
She seems like so sweet. I love listening to her on the 90s on 9.
She's the best. And,
Yeah.
now that she has also now that she has a family, much like Alanis Morissette, we talked about Alanis a few months ago since we saw Alanis too.
Mm-hmm.
She has a family and she does all kinds of like kid albums and acoustic albums with kid music. She did a theme song for When You Give a Mouse a Cookie on Amazon. And it's just a really cool upbeat thing she does. And in this, at the same time, I should say that she does her normal alternative cafe music, right?
Yeah.
So it's great. But anyway, yeah, so that's us this weekend, and we have a little carnival for the kiddos to go to. So yeah, we're just doing a bunch of stuff. How about you, Kat? What's going on in your world?
Oh, well, I just got the devastating news that a legendary night featuring Joey Fatone and AJ McLean is not happening anymore in Los Angeles.
What?
Yes, apparently AJ got a better offer and they had to cancel a bunch of tour dates, and my tour date was one of them, and I'm very upset, let me tell you.
Oh no.
But instead, I will be going to see Chris Kirkpatrick in O-Town the following weekend, so that makes up for it a little bit, but I'm still very upset.
Well, that's not too bad, but still, I mean, now that O Town, so who was left in O Town?
What?
Is everybody in O Town still alive?
Oh God, yeah. Everybody's still in O-Town except for Ashley, but nobody ever cared about Ashley.
Oh, okay. I thought that someone had passed away or someone left the band or something like
That was LFO. LFO, there's only one of them left.
about LFO. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll be there too.
I knew that he was doing something,
He
with
does a really sweet tribute to Devin and Rich.
that's right.
He comes out and does the songs, and the O-Town boys sing with him, and it's really, really nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I, am glad that these bands continue to do what they love and pursue their passion. A lot of them, have multiple hits. O Town's known for Summer Girls. Not O Town, I'm sorry. LFO's known for Summer Girls. O Town has had a few hits. Of course, Backstreet and NSYNC have tons of mega hits. But, unless you have all the band together, it's difficult to kind of do things on everyone else's schedule. Like, my band, when we were touring, and we were, pretty popular regionally, but, and people have been urging us to get together. It's been over 20, maybe almost 25 years, Kat, since my band played, and around the same era as those other bands. And people were like, oh, Aljon, you should get Mink back together. And I said, who's going to remember my band? Nobody remembers my band. And then, it's just hard enough. Like 10 years ago, well, maybe eight years ago, we tried getting back together and we just couldn't get our schedules to mesh up.
It's too hard.
It's difficult, and our drummer had been playing for all kinds of bands, country bands, and he played for Debbie Gibson for a while and just like a bunch of different things. And we just couldn't do it. And I don't think we're ever going to do it. And that's a shame, but I'm just glad that these other bands kind of parlay into other things.
Just making whatever they want to do work in the best way possible.
Yeah. And by the way, I have to say, I know we talk about music a lot on this show at the beginning, but I'm so psyched about Deadpool right now.
Dude. Okay, of course, again, you know me. I haven't seen any trailers.
Oh, I don't
watched
do that.
A little bit of the red carpet because, as I always hope for, 4 or 5 members of NSYNC showed up to the premiere, so obviously I had to watch the premiere.
Gosh, everybody was at the premiere.
Everybody was there.
At the premiere. Everybody was at the premiere.
It was nuts. So I'm seeing it Saturday morning. I'm really excited. I'm ready. I'm ready. I know nothing. I'm ready.
I am too. And I think I'm going to have to pay our babysitter overtime because maybe after we go see Lisa Loeb, we're going to go see Deadpool.
Do it.
Might as well, right? Might as well see it. But it's already been spoiled for me because I have so many friends in the industry, much like yourself, and I just can't stay off social media. I just can't. I can't do it. And so it's already been spoiled, but I don't care. Every film that I've always wanted to go see has been spoiled for me.
Oh.
And it doesn't bother me. I've become numb to it.
Yeah.
And so it is what it is. And then I'll go and I'll still freaking enjoy it. So
yeah.
I heard
my friends are they put up with me, my friends. They're like, why are you a crazy person? And I'm like, well, it works for me.
Well, you are a movie file, cinephile,
sure,
a movieist. I'm just making up words. But anyway, hey, we have a lot of tidbits for this week's show.
Yes, so much
a lot of updates and things. And I guess we should just go ahead and jump into it, Kat.
Let's do it. So the first one is, I think, not to quote Taylor Swift, but it's been a long time coming.
Okay.
Before the pandemic, you were able to meet one of our favorite leading men in his study, and now you can once again. The
Oh,
Beast is back meeting guests in his study at Be Our Guest.
awesome.
So, for the past few years since the pandemic, he's been kind of roaming the ballroom, sometimes with Belle, sometimes on his own. But now, after dinner, you are invited back to his study to meet him, to take pictures with him, back in the way that it was when Be Our Guest first opened. It's a little bit more intimate. It's a less like a character breakfast situation. You get that one-on-one time that's not in a rushed, crowded dining room. I think it's really cool that they've brought this back. It's such an interesting experience because you don't often get to meet these kinds of characters in, I'm going to use the phrase, their natural habitat because it feels right. And it's nice to see that they're bringing this back so slowly but surely.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I love seeing this. I love seeing the Beast, do these photo ops because it's not every day you get a chance to, hang with the Beast, right?
Exactly.
So absolutely. I am going to mosey on over to Tortuga Tavern next, and it looks like it's being reopened as Tortuga Treasures
That's right.
shop at Magic Kingdom. Are you gonna miss Tortuga Tavern?
No,
No. Okay.
no,
Oh, that was easy enough.
no. They normally really don't have anything there that I can eat.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. That's
You
true.
know?
It's specializing in pirate themed merchandise. Now, when you exit Pirates of the Caribbean at Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom, there is already a shop there.
Everything over there is under construction right now
Oh, is it?
because of the impending Pirates Tavern dining location that's coming.
Oh, that's right.
So I think that this is a filler while all of that construction is ongoing.
Gotcha.
I'm looking at this on WDWNT.
Yes.
This is not a plug for them, but they have some photos of, it looks like curtains are up. There's some temporary walls, and that space has been emptied out. The usual merchandise location. So this is temporary, I would believe.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Because this is because of the construction 100%.
Well, that is great. Well, not bad, not too shabby. You need to get the Pirates merch for sure. And it looks like for sure that the sign can definitely revert back to its old self because they just tacked up a little piece of signage there to cover up the tavern. So yeah, not too shabby at all. I right now am having the worst time because my browser just went dark.
Oh no.
This new computer. That's
No.
okay. That's okay because I tell you, we're gonna get over it. Yes, just you and me. Take my hand. Cat, take my hand.
I'll take it.
My hand. Okay. And let me tell you about the great Disney travel deal for this week because the monitor got back on. Yay! You can save on rooms at select Disney resorts this fall and holiday season. It is that time of year after all. So take advantage of this deal. Now you can contact Kristen at themeparksandcruises@gmail.com to save. You can take advantage of her expertise and navigation of the Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and so many more theme parks and cruise lines, little travel portals, so you don't have to do it yourself. All right. And you can save on tons for your vacation. You can see I'm vamping because I'm trying to get everything back up and running here. But you can stay in the Magic this fall and holiday season at select Disney Resort hotels. Save up to 30% on rooms for stays most nights November 24th through December 25th this year. You can enjoy savings Sunday to Thursday nights from October 6th to November 21st. What a deal. Plus, get free park hopper benefits when you take advantage of this offer and upgrade to a Walt Disney hotel room and ticket package. that includes non-discounted 4-day or longer date-based theme park tickets with Park Hopper. So hop all you like and save up to 30% at all these great Disney resorts like Animal Kingdom Lodge, Boardwalk Inn, the Beach Club Villas Resort, Port Orleans. You can save up to 25% on some of the other more popular resorts like Bay Lake Tower and Disney's All-Star Sports and Coronado Springs, my personal favorite, right? So there is tons of savings to be had. Explore all the different ways you can save by contacting Kristen today at themeparksandcruises@gmail.com. But wait, there's more, because Universal Orlando has a brand new ticket deal as well, surrounding all that hype around Epic Universe. And so it's all going to be there for your taking. Halloween Horror Nights is really just a few weeks away when it comes down to it. And I love Halloween Horror Nights. That is great if you're a horror movie buff, a scare buff like myself. Of course, the new DreamWorks land is also open with Shrek and Kung Fu Panda and Trolls, all the stuff that my kids love. Absolutely. So go ahead. You can do this Florida residence exclusive deal for unlimited day ticket, providing access to Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure for an unlimited number of days now through December 18th this year. It's a big deal, right? It's only like $199 plus tax. It's absolutely amazing. It won't get you into Hollywood Horror Nights because that's another separate hard ticket event, but a great deal nonetheless. Take advantage of that deal and so much more for the Universal Orlando Resort, as well as Universal Studios over there at on the left coast, or Disneyland, or the Disney Cruise Line and the new Treasure Ship, or any cruise line whatsoever. Once again, book with Kristen for get your free quote today. Save on all these great deals. Once again, theme parks and cruises at gmail.com. That's themeparkandcruises at gmail.com. I'm not as good as Kristen, Kat. I'm sorry.
Yes, you are. It's fine.
I'm like trying my
Different.
monitor went black a couple times, and I'm like, please restore.
Oh my gosh.
It's part of this whole new thing of the computer kind of working itself out.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Gotta get the kinks out. It's fine.
We're getting the kinks out. New computers broken in. We're doing it. All right, Kat. I've talked long enough. Tell us about what's going on at Restaurant Marrakesh.
Well, Restaurant Marrakesh has been a lot of things over the last few years. An Advent Health rest stop, an annual pass holders VIP spot, and now it's taken on new life as the Kidcot Fun Stop. So the Morocco Kidcot Fun Stop location used to be in the back of the pavilion, but they've moved it into Restaurant Marrakesh. They're not serving food.
No.
There is a couple of cast members in there. Guests will complete an activity featuring the culture and traditions of Morocco as usual. And then they'll go on their merry way. Apparently, the website is not updated yet, but this is already happening. And this is an underused space. Restaurant Marrakesh has been closed since 2020.
Yeah.
I don't really understand what they're trying to do with it. I understand that they probably don't have enough staff to actually keep it as a restaurant right now, but it's interesting.
It's very sad. I if you're a longtime listener of Dining at Disney, you understand that I have no love lost for the Restaurant Marrakesh. I think Spice Road Table is an immensely better experience.
Yeah.
For food. I think that just with a little bit of dressing up and having the right menu to attract guests, I think people would be clamoring to get in to a new restaurant, taking up all that space. It's just a tremendous loss, for me. It just, even though I didn't like to frequent there because of the menu, it's looking at it in its kind of shell of its former state. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
And going there for like Advent Health and, kind of a rest stop or a Disney Visa card holder experience or something like that is just, it's very sad to see because it just is so empty,
Yeah.
But you never know. Imagineers and Morocco can get their stuff together and get happening and get this place back up and running. the way it should be. So anyway, I tell you what's really cool though, Kat, is that Walt Disney World has a new refillable mug.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Source of Radio that we're on, srsounds.com, has that little song, My Disney Cup. DJ Sourcey does it. Now we have another reason to lift him up. Celebrate the brand new Disney Cup, which has got the characters from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway on it. That's the style. You got Minnie, Mickey, looks like Daisy, and maybe Goofy is on it. Of course, they're already at the Walt Disney World Resort. You can see in the background, they've got the Contemporary Resort back there, as well as the Grand Floridian Resort, and a little bit of some of that inspired art, almost Mary Blair-like art. You know better than me, Kat, in that kind of style. It's pretty cool. A lot of pastels, a lot of great colors there.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And then, not to mention, so you can get this refillable mug, of course, at your Disney Resort. Of course, as you get that, I think it's an incredible deal to get the refillable mug because you can take it with you and refill it, and it pays for itself in just a day or so. If you're like me, I'm always drinking the iced tea. That's usually what I roll with, or the lemonade. But I tell you what's even better is that over at Yak and Yeti and at local foods cafes, you can get another refillable park mug, and this one is a 40-ounce Yak and Yeti tumbler. It's $31 for the initial purchase, and it's refillable all day when you buy it. And I can tell you that it looks awesome. It is a black mug. It's got the Yak and Yeti kind of what is that? The type of art, line art.
It's a Hand of Fatima, I think.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
You nailed it. And so it's very cool. Get the 40-ounce tumbler, and it's pretty awesome, right?
It's very Stanley-esque.
It is, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like.
No.
It's different than the park mug. The park mug is your typical Disney cup that they've been selling now for over a decade. But this one is as you're right, very Stanley-esque, which is nice.
And it looks like if it's 40 ounces, it holds like double what a Disney rug spills.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's only 16 ounces in a regular one.
Right. And once again, a great value at 40 ounces.
Yeah.
Get yourself a mug that you can use in your everyday life away from the theme park.
For real.
Now, if that wasn't enough, there's yet another reason to love Yak and Yeti, and there's so many reasons. I love Yak and Yeti, one of my favorites, but there's a brand new mini mango pie. Now, some say it's a hidden gem, but I, for one, love key lime pie, and this looks to me like a little mini version of a key lime pie just with mango flavor, and I am a huge mango fan, so for me, this is a thumbs up. I haven't tried it yet, but it is a thumbs up, and when we go next, I will certainly try it.
Yeah, report back, because I can't have that, but it looks very good.
One of my favorite burgers of all time, of course, is served there. The Kobe beef burger. It is one of my top 5. It's at least in my Mount Rushmore of Walt Disney World burgers. Of course, Kalbi beef kebabs there, looking great. So yeah, it's just another reason to go to Yak and Yeti. Another reason to go to Walt Disney World and get one of those refillable mugs, because you don't have this one. It's so new. Kat, speaking of mugs.
New tiki mugs.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop. So Trader Sam's Garage Grotto over in Walt Disney World has a new mug and 2 new drinks.
Ooh.
The mug is the classic Piranha mug.
Ooh, wow. Crazy.
That we have had here in Disneyland for a while. I have the solid gold one, but they have this colorway is red. It's very, very cool.
It is.
She's red. She looks angry.
Oh.
But it's the first time that it's been offered on the East Coast, which is great.
I like it.
And so you can get it with 2 different drinks. The first is the Cautious Waters.
Oh.
It
Okay.
is Bacardi Superior Rum, Cruisin' Mango Rum, and Bacardi Dragonberry Rum with lime juice and the flavors of Minute Maid passion fruit, orange, pineapple juices, and hibiscus.
What, a rum runner.
Yes.
Nice.
Or you could get it non-alcoholic with an Upriver Smiles, which is made of Lyre Spice Cane non-alcoholic spirit with orange, lime, and pineapple juices and flavors of blood orange and hibiscus.
The land down under has never been easier to reach. United Airlines has more flights between the U.S. and Australia than any other U.S. airline, so you can fly nonstop to destinations like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. Explore dazzling cities, savor the very best of Aussie cuisine, and get up close and personal with the wildlife. Who doesn't want to hold a koala? Go to united.com/Australia to book your adventure.
I like the hibiscus in there.
I do too.
It's so underrated, the taste.
Yeah, it's just such a nice, like, little floral hint.
Yes, it's delightful. Delightful.
So the cup with either one of these drinks is $50, 2 per person limit, and they are doing a wristband system.
Okay.
So if you want it, you do have, I think there is probably a line, but there's always a line at Trader Sam's. So, just get in it. You won't regret it.
There you go. I love it.
Ugh,
I
it's
love
so pretty.
it is. The collector mugs, drinkware is one of my favorites. Trader Sam's has got the best, and I absolutely love it, and definitely something to check out. We used to collect them. So we've got maybe about 4 or 5 different Trader Sam's mugs. Believe it or not, most of them came from the West Coast when I used to frequent Disneyland a couple times a year. And by the way, Kat, I'm gonna miss the D23 Expo.
I don't think I'm going either.
We used to cover the expo all the time and hang out, you and I and Chris,
Yeah.
Disney friends on the left coast, and it's a real bummer. Are you gonna go to Comic-Con?
No.
Okay.
No, Comic-Con's this weekend. I wish I could have headed down there, but I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
There's not enough hours in the day.
Yeah, apparently Marvel's gonna throw a big one, of course.
Yeah, they're doing a big Deadpool thing. We're going to hear some stuff, I think, about Secret Wars and some Falcon and Winter Soldier stuff.
X-Men stuff.
X-Men stuff. I've heard a lot of rumors about who's in town, so
Yeah, it's all gonna come true.
they'll do a live stream. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I can't wait. We're gonna find out. Wow. So that was the news for this week. Can you imagine that?
I know.
We knocked it out.
Look at us go.
I can't believe it. We're in good shape, guys, and I'm so happy for it. I would say that I have all my sound effects loaded up, but for whatever reason, I'm slacking off. That's what happens. Kristen's not here to take up my slack while I'm sitting here trying to manipulate stuff. It's crazy, right? Well, gang, thank you so much for checking out our show. I have got a bunch of great show notes, but unfortunately, the way it rolls, some of them got deleted. So I'm going to try to do this from memory. Are you ready? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed today's show, and if you haven't already, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell every time we post new content. Don't forget to check out our show links in the notes below in the show. Spotify, you can check us out there. Everywhere you get podcasts, you can also check out our links at Amazon, the Disney Store, Kingdom Strollers, Garden Grocer. You can also check out SorcererRadio at srsounds.com. You can also find the show archive at diningatdisney.com. You can also find me, Aljon Go, on Instagram, and my other show that I host with former Disney creative and award-winning author Dave Bossert. It's called Skull Rock Podcast, now on YouTube. You can also find us everywhere you get podcasts. That's right. That's what you can do. Skull Rock Podcast. Subscribe today. Kat, how about you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at catastrophe at CAT_ASTROPHE. And you can check out my podcast, Eat the Pictures, everywhere you find your podcasts. If you haven't already, join our Facebook group, Dining at Disney, and check out our friends, the Disney Dorks in the Sorcerer Radio Fun Zone. Yeah, I think that's just about everything for this week. Until next time, I've been Kat. That's been Aljon. Bon appetit.
The information and opinions expressed in this podcast are for entertainment and informational purposes. All other trademarks mentioned are the property of their respective owners.